You can roll multiple sets of physics simulated dice and include their modifiers with dice. Here's how. We'll show you how to roll dice with modifiers, re-roll recent dice, change dice styles, share real-time animations, and check fairness. Before you start, you'll need to open a room in your Owlbear Rodeo account, and you'll need to install and enable the dice extension in that room. Firstly, let's look at how to roll dice with modifiers. These can be a numeric bonus or penalty, and also the game mechanic of advantage or disadvantage. When you open the dice extension's action popover, you see a vertical toolbar on the left-hand side and a dice rolling tray on the right. All of the dice that can be rolled are arranged for selection on the left, and you can click on any of them to prepare them to roll. You'll see them appear hovering over the tray, and a purple roll button will also appear. To begin with, let's just roll one d20 on its own, and note that you can see and hear the roll being made. A short click makes a quick and simple roll, but a long click and hold powers up the dice for a more energetic roll. To add any modifiers, click the plus/minus icon in the toolbar on the left, then choose your numeric value and disadvantage or advantage. Note that we now have a second d20 being rolled for the advantage mechanic. At the top of the tray you can see the roll total in the centre, and if you click on it you can see its breakdown including any bonuses or penalties. To the left of the roll total is a re-roll button for all of the dice still in the tray. To the right of the roll total is a clear button that removes all dice from the tray. If you want to roll multiple dice to add them all together, you can click on the dice selectors multiple times, and you'll see a number in a bubble appear over each icon that has one or more dice prepared to roll. If you select too many, click the clear tray button to start over. If you need to re-roll some but not all of your dice, you can simply pick them up one at a time and re-roll them manually, and the total will automatically update. You can also mix the kinds of dice you roll together in case you have a dice-based bonus to a roll. For example, you can add a d4 to a d20 roll. Next, let's re-roll recent dice combinations. The dice you've rolled are remembered so that you can quickly swap between frequently used combinations. Click on the magnifier to see the recent combo options that are available, and you can click on one of these buttons to re-roll that set of dice and bonuses, or click on an X to delete it from your recent combos. We can also change dice styles, selecting from presets that have their own physics, colours, textures, and even sounds. If you click on the D20 right at the top left corner of the popover, you can select one of 8 dice sets provided. There are 4 distinct physics models. The iron set is the heaviest, followed by glass. So these 2 sets carry more momentum when rolled. Walnut is the only set with sharp edges, so it tends to stop rolling more suddenly than the others. The remaining dice sets all have equal weight and rounded edges. The last option in the list is a superset of all the dice together. Very useful if you want to roll many of the same kind of dice together, but still distinguish between specific dice by their colour. Let's see how we share real-time animations. When you make a roll in your dice tray, the physics engine sends its information to all your players so everyone can share in the drama of the dice. Each player sees other people's rolls in a mini tray that appears in the lower right part of the screen, which will slide out automatically. Whenever you have other players in your room, you'll see an icon with their name under it at the foot of your dice selection bar. Clicking on this will show an exact copy of their tray with live rolls as they are made. Note that there is no interaction with this other person's tray, you are just spectating. You can return to your own tray by clicking on the left arrow. If you want to make a private roll, you can toggle the hide roll button in the dice tray to prevent your roll being broadcast to the other players. If they are looking at your dice tray, they will see a crossed through eye icon, indicating that you are not currently sharing your rolls. Finally, let's check fairness to reassure you that any string of hot rolls was genuinely random. At the lower left corner of the extension's popover is a set of scales. Select one kind of dice, then choose the total number of rolls you want to make and click Start. You'll see a fill bar begin to tick up, but you can see this process in more detail if you click on Results. Let's speed up this footage to see how this set of tests proceeds. Near the top of the chart you can see an orange value marked SSE. This is the error between the predicted rolls and the actual results. As more rolls are made, genuinely random behaviour will reduce this value, and when it gets low enough to refute any significant bias in the dice roller, that SSE value turns green, usually around 90% of the way through the test. So, if you're having a run of bad luck, feel free to open up this fairness checker and get all those bad rolls out of the way, and make room for some better ones. To learn more about Owlbear Rodeo, subscribe on YouTube, or click another video to keep watching.